Yeah, that one's a little bit different, I think. We don't really talk about, you know what I mean? There's no need to. But if she calls me out, I'll be like, that's a moment I'll have to apologize for it. I think people are missing the point. He lied about places he's been to and things. Yeah, so obviously if I told her about those places places that I've been to, then they're applicable to every single person that I've ever spoken to before, right? Sugath. Wait, what did you say? What did Sugath? Sugatush. Wait, what? Sugatush? People are missing. It's more about his lies have impacted people and how his behavior was hurt. Those, yeah, correct. This has been banned on his channel, so he can't get a chance to ask Cash. It's exactly that. Okay, let me reread it. Just this one, right? I think a lot of people are missing the point. Yes, he lied about places he's been to and the things he has also have done and accomplished, right? But that's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It's more about how his lies have impacted people and how his behavior has hurt those. Correct. Why is did I mumble it? My bad. I could reread it again. This fucking cable's in the way every single time. I think a lot of people are missing the point. Yes, he lied about places he's been to and the things that he has, etc. But that's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It's more about how his lies have impacted people and how his behavior has hurt those closest to him. That's what I'm trying to get at. So no, it doesn't. So that means to every single person. If I'm talking about traveling to every single person, then every single time. Every single time. The apologies are still service level. If there are any huge things, you shouldn't need people like Andy to prompt you. That's true. But he's a good friend for bringing it up. I know. How are you missing the point of what she... Are you talking to me? Wait, what? Oh, my God. I'm missing everything right here. It's too fast. How are you missing the point that she is saying? Smedley? Or Sugar... Sugatush. No, all good? Wait, what? Why the fuck is that an email? All good. George is wait, it's about traveling. How are you missing the point that she is saying? I'm not missing... I don't think I'm missing the point. It's how I've hurt, like, Riley and you and Giovanna and everybody. I get that. That's the whole thing. And how can I do to make it right? That's the point. It's not just apologizing, because an apology doesn't mean shit. So I must first address it, and then I must do something to fix that. I must speak to them, and at least addressing it gets everything going. Like, I think I understand. You're focusing on the lies themselves and not what the lies have done to people. I was talking about how I turned Domby... I'm like so confused right now. I've turned people against each other for my gain. And that's a terrible thing. I want to right those wrongs, right? not just about addressing them, but to right those wrongs that I have done. So I need to go around and speak to people. Is it bigger things that haven't? Because everything so far seems to be looping back to the traveling cars. I mean, I've talked about the business thing, but you got to watch the VOD. I want to cover everything right now, right? In a generalized, at least so like people can understand. So any summer, it's not about where you've been and where you haven't. The things you've had and haven't. It's about how your lies, manipulative tactics have hurt. I'm aware of that. Trust is one of the hardest things to earn, and you've broken that trust. For context, you should perhaps give examples of what you have said about people, like accusing me of defraud. You want me to get into that? I can get in, like, just... So, I talked about that I said that you scammed... Right? And I went and... You sure you want me to talk about this here? So, because you were telling me that you wanted to talk to person with me, but... No, I'll talk about it. So, with his cancer treatment, I helped him get this thing called a Gengaku Seikyusho, which in Japan means it's a subsidized system to get your costs down as low as possible. And I spoke about this on stream. Now, I felt like the costs weren't adding up, but I started to accuse him of scamming people because he was working. Which when you receive a certain type of help from the government, anyways, I told people that I'm happy to speak to him about it. Like, it's just something on stream that's a little risky because I can, Riley, if you give me the go-ahead, I will. And I went around and I told people that he scammed people out of his GoFundMe, but that's not the case. Start money is going. Yeah, correct. I told people. That's correct. That's what I said, and that's terrible. Yeah. Why would I do that? Because I'm a horrible person. Yeah, it is fucked up. Apparently, the question is, did you believe lies at the time, or did you want to hurt that person by saying it? If I put myself in that moment, it's... I knew the rules of what was required of him, and he wasn't allowed to make an income to get the help that I had got him. So my understanding was there was interest, there was things that happened, and I know I'm stuttering because I don't want to like say everything, right? Like, I thought that he was scamming the Japanese government by receiving income from another